Incoming Vox Transmission. You are listening to S.K.U.L, the S.K.U.L. Boy, howdy, do we have some news for you all deranged citizens of the Imperium. May he protect us. This is Sparky Johansson, and with me always is Cannibal Carl. Carl, how you doing? Doing great, Sparky. Always a pleasure. And you are spot on with the news. A lot has happened over the last few weeks. Let's get cracking on. But first, a word from our sponsor. Good morrow, good citizens of Necromunda. This is Brother Lucius, your local Cawdor priest. Have you praised the Emperor enough? Have you repented of your heresy? You unworthy sump trash. May he purge your iniquitous mind from existence. Report those of weakness and taint to your local Cawdor priest, so they may be cleansed. The Emperor protects. Brought to you by your local Cawdor chapter. Always good to have our mandatory message from House Cawdor. Let's get back to it. Yes, always refreshing. We sent Lucy out to talk with some of the locals about the new meat that has appeared in the S.K.U.L. Going to you, Lucy. Hello, Sparky and Carl. Let's just say there is a mixed reaction among the locals. Well, I think it's great having these new gangers around. They can protect us from those filthy Orlok whores. Should it, Mom? Let's just hope they stimulate the economy out there. By Helmo's dirty napkin, I would kill for some good wild snake. Hey, it really bothers me. My family's been here for generations. These newbies have no respect for our patriarch, and that won't be allowed. We will wipe them out. I can promise you that. Oi, I'm excited for the good crumping and shooting that can be happening now. It's been a right down time for a new blood will get things a-going. I'm ready for some Bonnie. And there you have it. Back to you, Sparky and Carl. Amazing stuff, Lucy. We are excited to be announcing a new segment to the show. Coming in the next cast, it's the carnage, the blood, the sound of bolters, and the smell of meltas. It's Gang War Corner. That's right, scummers, rat pickers, muties, and whatever the hell else is out there tuning in. With the influx of these new gangs, that means violence, explosions, and entertainment. I remember the time I ran my own gang, my good old plasma cannon hot and heavy in my hand, the smell of gangers melted into a pile of goo. Almost makes me want to pick up old Dickie again. Gang War Corner will feature exclusive interviews and those involved, and even some picked and Vox recordings. And lucky for you, we already got some good picks out there. Gang War Corner will be appearing in the next cast. It has been a few weeks since these gangs have entered our bit of chemical irradiated paradise. So a quick overview of the prima donnas from Primus. We were able to get some pics of the leaders and some gang members. We even got some exclusive interviews with some of the gang leaders. Those will also appear in the next cast. First up, a gang with loose ties to House Cawdor. How in the warp do you have loose ties with Cawdor? Really? That's a thing? Okay, well, all right. They are the Dark Alley Dealers, led by none other than Hagor Freelord, the famous ex-Gilder bounty hunter with an eye for making money. Wait, Hagar is here? Oh, by Helmor's tit. I owe that guy money. Hey, Hagar, if you're listening, I'll pay you back, man. Just give me... I got it. I swear, just, talk to me first before you start shooting. Anyway, Hagar set up shop in the old part of Blinktown. It's now called Shadowtown. As with all new settlements, they built a fuel rod and water still. Got to have that power and water first. They have added a scrap mine and a market. So for those locals out there that are worried about the local economy, it looks like it's looking up. Wow, Sparky. Sounds like some history there you have with Hagar. Next, from those slag meatheads that use stims, not chems, talking none other than from House Goliath, the Red Riot Rebels. They are led by Ronnie Bigshot, and he gave an exclusive interview to our very own Lucy at their settlement, Iron Haven. The interview will be on a later broadcast. The exact location is unknown at the moment. Don't know how Lucy found it, but she does have tight lips. That Lucy. All she said that it was a good defensible position with walls and gates already built in. As usual, they have the fuel rod and water still already set up, with more to be built along the way. Those boys sure know how to party. There was this one time back in Dust Falls I drank with a Jane Guard gun fist. Nice guy. He likes to knit. Little known fact. Next on the list is another group of big stupid animals, but these guys are lovable and have a strong sense of community. It's a group of freed Algrins who named themselves Mark's Rebellion. They are led by Carl. Carl with a K? That's some weird spelling. Wonder if he's from Krieg. Their settlement is called Moscow, which was formerly known as St. Marduk's Place. And they have really put in some work. As expected of the Ogrins, if anything, they are industrious folk. You know it, Carl. They have fortified their defenses with walls and gates and built a scrap mine. Their name is a little interesting. Who or what are they rebelling from? We didn't ask because that would make us compliant with the rebellion, and we all know how the Inquisition feels about that. How right you are, Sparky. Just ask my cousin in Hive Acros. Carl, we don't talk about Hive Acros. You gotta stop bringing that up, man. Anywho, the next gang is a bunch of bug humping filth from the ash waste. They are called the Ash Grabbers. Sounds like a bunch of bug perverts to me, riding around on their dune skitters, all clicking and clacking and unnatural. Ugh. Reminds me of the Delac in some weird, creepy way. Anyway, they are led by Bosk and have a settlement in the outskirts of the Skull and the Waste. No surprise there. In what was formerly known as Shantytown 145829. It is now called the Unquiet Siege. What? Oh, it means a place of assembly in a time of danger, Sparky. I don't give a shit, Carl. They got a regular start buildings. We even got a pict of their settlement. Wow. I'm surprised we have that and know as much about them as we do. They look pretty well protected out there. Yeah, I hate them. Next on our list is our favorite short, stubby, possibly Xenos, but who knows, Shooty Boys, the one and only Digger Corps. They are a clan of affable squats. Affable? How much wild snake have you had today? Not nearly enough, Carl. Digger's Corp is led by Thorin, and he has brought his kinfolk with him. Isn't that a copyright problem? If they don't care about Bosk, they won't care about Thorin. The Diggers Corps has built the mines of Moria in a mysterious location. We have very little info on what they have established so far, but more will be coming soon, I am sure of it. All right, moving on to the Cookie Committee. Ooh, I like that name. Let's take a look at the pic that we got of the Cookie Committee's leader, Tyrus. By the Lord of Skin and Sinew, what the hell is that? Carl, knock it off with that skin and sinew crap. You're not a corpse grinder anymore. That's behind you now. It appears we have another gene stealer outbreak among us. Well, let's hope it doesn't get too far out of hand. We all know what happens when the broodmire starts acting up. Yes, it is a bad time for everyone. Even the orcs complain about it, and that's something. Well, it looks like the Cookie Committee were able to set up in one of the depths of the skull. Not surprising. They call it the Howering Hollow. They got some good defenses with that chasm in the hollow and got a mine up and going. I wonder what they'll build next. Well, citizens and denizens of the school, that's it for this time. Next time, we'll get in some exclusive interviews and reports in Gang War Corner. This is Sparky, and this is Cannibal Carl, and this is S.K.U.L, Vox and Pick Network from the Forbidden Zone inside the Dust Wall. Signing out. End of Vox Transmission. May the Emperor protect, and Lord Helmar forever reign over Necromunda and protect it from Xenos and cults alike.